Okay, taking our glass bottles down to the recycle, but we are heading on a town tour of Vernazza today. It's been, no, I know, we've been here like 4 days and we hadn't done Vernazza yet, so we're going to do the Rick Steves tour of that and see how that is. So let's get after it. Now we're standing on the breakwater, just taking a peek into town. This is the central square. The yellow building was where they built the Genoese boat fleet. And the whole area in the center, where there's a beach now and there's a piazza, used to be water. So it was like Venice, where the boats could pull right up to each building, and there was a water gate into the homes. So they'd park their boats right outside the homes and then head in to the water gate. The old train station there, the yellow building was the station. The bricked over kind of tunnel-y looking things were where people used to wait in the alcoves for the train. That was a station from 1874. It's a school up on top of the hill above the church, and City Hall is an old monastery up just behind the church bell tower. The castle on the right side guarding the town. All the people on the right side of town lived in an area called the Dank section, but they had stairways that led right up to the castle, so in case of an attack by naval enemies, they could head into the castle and be safe. And all the vineyards and terraces up the side of the hill, they used to fill the entire hill, but because the families had continually split up the land among all their relatives, they keep getting smaller and smaller, so a lot of them are unviable now for agriculture. So you've still got people that are making wine on the hillsides, and but a lot of them have gone to, a lot of the terraces have become wild again. A lot of the city, instead of this vibrant color, would have looked like this. You can see the tower in the background. It would have been that stone color that blended into the rocks, so that it would have been hard for people in ships to see that they were here. So the harbor here is open for swimming, and there's lots of boats here. When it's stormy, there's a red flag that gets put up and people stick all their boats into the central square.
We like this nice breakwater over here.
There's the tiny marine door on the edge of the tower, and it looks like the door from a submarine. It's kind of that same shape. There's a wave crashed over that tower at one time. They got a picture of it in the restaurant. Heading into town for the rest of the tour. We're going to see the church, hopefully the castle, then walk up the hill. We're looking for a plaque on the wall that's next to a small staircase. Waterproofing material was made here by crushing animal fat and flesh that drained out of the hole in the stone. The Luca-like central square is Piazza Marconi, and it's surrounded by the tiny lanes called Carugi. Carugi. Got all these little fountains around the square and in all the towns. This is like what the town would have looked like before they painted it all pastel. It's more like a fine stone facing. Vernazza's small church is dedicated to Saint Margaret, the patron saint of expectant mothers. On her emblem is a dragon, Satan in disguise, who swallowed Margaret. His stomach rejected her, and she escaped unharmed. According to local legend, a box with Saint Margaret's finger was found on the beach here, so they built a church. The church was destroyed in a storm, and the box was lost. The saint had left them, and they were worried. After a long time, the box reappeared on the same beach, and this new church was built in 1318 on that exact location. Buongiorno. It has an odd entry from the plaza up to the altar, caused by the expansion of the church on the opposite side. The old church is denoted by these kind of darker colored black pillars, And they expanded in the 16th century. You can see it right there, the wider pillar. And then this whole new area back here was an extension of the church. The windows with harbor views were added during the expansion. And the only light used to come from these little tiny windows at the top. They added the bigger windows in the 16th century. Large crosses in the church are carried through the town on holy days. You have to confess out in front of everybody. Kneeling on that little block there. This would be embarrassing if you had some really bad sins to confess. Or if you had little sins to confess. Any sin to confess.
Just to get public credit.
Oh, everybody gets to see that you did it. Yeah. Kind of a tiny rustic church.
Mm-hmm, it's really cool.
Our long trek up to the castle now. It's not this way. It's that way somewhere. Did you see a sign actually? Oh yeah, look, there's little signs. So you can follow these tiny blue signs if you get lost. The electric is just kind of strung on the side of the buildings, which totally makes sense. I think there's some gas here too. I'm not sure, maybe just water. Places down that way. The castle is up this way. Everybody has a green door. There's lots of green doors in the city. Utilities. Bar on the right. It's fun. The bar keeps all its stuff. It's a wine cellar, maybe. Hotel. Right across from the bar.
Oh, that's so cute.
Okay. Cash only. Good thing I have cash. Oh, we're almost up there. Just a few steps to get up here.
Not terrible.
No, not terrible. Ooh. In 1016, citizens of Reggio moved downstream to a ravine by a natural harbor to form the village of Vernazza. Within the next 100 years, the city was fortified as a maritime base of the Obertenghi of the Kingdom of Italy, and probably had naval forces here to oppose the Saracens. The oldest fortifications would have been here right above the town, including the tower. Beginning in the 12th century, the city was used by the Genoese to conquer the Riviera, and then became part of the Genoese Republic from the 1300s. The Castello Doria would have started as a tower to warn of invading pirates, and then been built up over the years as a protective fortress, with walls surrounding the city. The main fortification follows the shape of the rocky point that juts into the bay, rising high above the harbor, guarding the boats and people below. If trouble was on the horizon, people of the city could have scrambled up the steps and locked themselves tight inside the protective castle. Oh, the pirates are coming! Whew, safe. You can climb the tower and explore the castle. The tower only holds about 20 people. You get up on a cramped spiral staircase. It's rolling only one way, though some people try to make it too. The steady mob of tour groups head up, while only the vocal or pushy can get down. The reward, though, is an amazing view in every direction. Oof. Long way up here. Oh, and short sped on the top. Woo, we're up. Here's the viewpoint where we saw the city from.
Oh, look how
Straight, pretty much the same height, yeah.
that's fun.
And of course, here goes the Lego train. Uh-huh. And the main street or the old ravine going right up to the middle of town. Up to the train station and tunnel there at the end.
Walls.
Kind of looks like it, yeah, maybe this old city walls or something there. And they go on up to the cemetery up on top of the hill. You can see right down the last 3 cities of the Cinque Terre. Cornelia hanging on the hill. And the other, Manarola is tucked in. And Rio Baggiore. A rooftop garden right there with figs, orangey things, and then tons of grapes. That's cool. There's a little ticket kiosk. Oh yeah, all the rocks on the slate. And there's our rooftop right there. You can see a little balcony picking over the side. Is that the monastery on top of that little peninsula there, or the church over at Ponte Rosso? See any pirates? I see one right down there.
I see him.
They're attacking! Attack! Alright, we made it up the tower and down the tower, but there was probably like 40 people trying to be on top of a tower that held about 20. You can't see it from there, so people at the bottom can't tell it's packed on top. Another way for people to run up into the castle. It's blocked off, but it is cool. It's like cut right through the center of the stone. Ooh. Oh, and it's a big tunnel. Lots of tunnels. It's great up here on top. This is beautiful. It is quiet on the tower. I mean, getting up and down the tower was not quiet. It was a hassle, a ton of people, but it's just very quiet up on top of the castle, yeah. Okay, looking for coffee somewhere. I think maybe around here. Piazza del Mugugno, and I think this is a hotel breakfast area here for one of these. Oh yeah. And here's the new roof going in. Up there somewhere. Okay, that was half our tour. I think we're going to do the other half later on this evening, just because the town main street is very congested, and it's very nice back here in these little alleys. So, and we got a place right near here, so we're going to go grab lunch and a beer. Why not? And now back home on these little tiny stairs through this nice green door that's open. Woo! Okay, back in the apartment. We have our fun little Aperol spritz things. These are our, I think every area has their own awesome drink, and this is the one for here.
We're enjoying our drink.
Oh, nice. There's some hot dog pizza and pizza. Makes me wish I hadn't eaten all my pizza yesterday.
Cheers.
What could be better? It's a nice day. Beautiful day, beautiful city, Aperol Spritz. Very cool. Travel is awesome. What cool things you get to do. There is the spread. A little leftover, I can't even remember what that's called. Pesto with tavoli, trophy. Yes, bread, olive, cheese, pizza, yummy. All right, lunching here. We'll do the second half of that Rick Steves tour this afternoon. It's been fun so far. If you like videos like this one of people that you don't know eating lunch, click that like button and subscribe.